Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados, and of course we always like to feature our young people on Morning Barbados, and we have some very young ones here with us this morning. Well, actually, they're in charge of some of our young people, and they're given the responsibility of molding them. We spoke to you last week about the Cadet Corps in Barbados and how they have a number of camps coming up, and some of that have already taken place. We're going to start off, first of all, to discuss an event that just took place on Saturday. But let me welcome the gentlemen. First of all, we have from Barbados, Major Patrick Skeet, a Executive Officer of the local Cadet Corps. And joining us all the way from Bonnie, Old England, we have Lieutenant Colonel Bob West.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. And Major Terry Hacker.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Barbados.
Thank you.
Or welcome back in your case, because apparently you've been here quite a few times.
Yes, I have. Yes, thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right. So let's start with you, Major Skeet. The Expo, which was supposed to be a big event, it took place over the weekend. Let's see how it went.
It was fantastic. We accomplished everything we set out to accomplish. We wanted to fill the Lloyd Erskine Sanford Center with parents and cadets, 1,200 people, and we achieved that. We had about 700 parents and 500 cadets. And the parents had a wonderful time. We showed them everything that we do in the Cadet Corps. We presented awards to the cadets, and the parents applauded them. We also, the Minister of Education did a feature address, and he was very passionate in appealing to parents, you know, to look after children well. And altogether, it was a wonderful occasion.
So can we safely say that there's going to be another expo and award ceremony then?
After that, we realized we have to do that more and more,
yes,
to make parents aware of what's going on.
All right, so let's welcome our guests now. I know the colonel told me that the major is the PR officer, but let's start with the colonel. Exactly, you could describe what was the role that you were playing, that you were here in Barbados for right now.
All happened through a chance meeting with Terry and Major Skeet. He was on one of his trips to Barbados on holiday and called into the cadet headquarters. And how many years ago was that?
1998.
So from that, they've evolved a friendship, and Major Skeet was over in the UK last year. He then said, came to see me about setting up an affiliation with the Barbadian Cadet Corps. And from that, we got it all approved officially, and I started to do some research, and I thought the only way to do it is to come over. So I'm here, and I've learnt a lot because they've been at summer camp, and I'm very, very impressed.
So is it you've been to the summer camp, is it pretty much on...
It's the same lines, it's the same, they follow the Army Proficiency Certificate, exactly the same as the British one.
So you almost felt at home?
I did, yes, all the awards, all the stars, and at the award ceremony, exactly the same awards.
So, Major Thacker, after 15 years, 15 visits, as it were, as a visitor, and now that you have on your cadet hat, how does it compare? I mean, what do you see as the future for this kind of affiliation? Because we've gotten a very enthusiastic thumbs up from Lieutenant Colonel West.
I think it's an excellent opportunity for young people from our country and obviously from Barbados to get together, and young people can do far more in this world than some adults can do sometimes. They bring the world together and a lot closer. I just think it's an excellent opportunity. As the Colonel has said, your cadets will be visiting us in the UK in August. I shall meet them at the airport as part of the plan and give them a little bit of a guided tour around our capital to see the normal sites, Buckingham Palace and Tower of London and these sort of things. So yeah, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for them, and hopefully we'll return to Barbados next year with our cadets and get the same treatment, I would imagine. Same treatment as I've had since I've been here.
And you pretty much expect that the cadetting both in the UK and in Barbados will continue to grow and be, you know, a great foundation for young people, because, you know, Major Skeet was talking about that the last time he was on the program, how important a foundation like cadetting is.
It's very important. I mean, the UK cadets do a lot of affiliations all over the world. There's counties in the UK who are affiliated with cadets in Australia and New Zealand, do a lot of exchange visits, and obviously Canada is another big place. We do lots of exchanges there. So I think it's going to grow and grow and grow.
Now, if I'm a cadet heading off to England, I'm suddenly having ideas in my head. I'm going to be exposed to some different types of training. Well, not different in terms of what you do, but you get to go to exciting places. So apart from taking them around London and showing them the sights, let's get down to some of the serious business here. What do they could look forward to when they get there?
Well, when I've spoken to the cadets who are actually going over, or coming to the UK, their biggest concern is the weather.
Ah, I can't believe
I
it.
can't believe that at all. They're worried about the cold. I said, well, August is our summer, so they should be warm, but they're a bit concerned. But apart from that, they've followed exactly the same activities. They're going to join in with our senior cadets, and we've got a programme for them. And talking to those who went to the UK last year, they had a great time, and we'll make sure we give them a great time.
And Major, can you remind us of the selection process of how we select the ones that go off to England?
The cadets who are going to England are the ones who have reached past the Star 4 level. They are the master cadets. At this stage, they are the ones who can instruct cadets fairly well, and the ones who are more mature. So we've actually selected them based on the fact that they've gone through the Star 4 program. They would have gone to Grenada last year to do a mission to help the Grenadian cadets, and now they get rewarded by being able to go to England. But it's also for further training, because they're going to be doing a full camp where they'll be doing a lot of exciting activities. Some of the things including rock climbing and other activities, mountain biking and so on, possibly. So the idea is that once you've gone past the Star 4 level, you then get a chance to go to England, and in some cases Canada.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, I'm curious about the trajectory. Is it understood that if you've had a youth in cadetting, you'll move straight on to the Army or the Defence Force?
No. That's just a youth organisation.
Okay.
There's nothing to say that they have to go on to the military or any public service.
Not that they have to, but is there a trend towards it, in your experience?
We get a certain percentage, but I wouldn't say it's people join to go on as a career into the armed forces. No.
Well, what's the general feeling in Great Britain about allowing the parents, among parents actually, allowing their children to be part of this youth organisation?
I don't think there's any major problem. All right, our youngsters use rifles and things like that, but it's all well controlled by qualified adults and officers, which it has to be, obviously. And I don't think parents really bother. The question was just asked, you know, we are not a recruiting organisation for the British Army. Having said that, if a young person decides that's what he wants to do in life, then we'll help them, you know, we'll give them some guidance. And they've made their own mind up to that, it's not us pushing them. And the uniformed services can be anything in the UK, from the police force to the fire brigade to the Navy and the Air Force. Just because they're Army cadets don't necessarily mean to say they go in the Army. It's a small percentage who go in the Army.
But it is a good foundation for life, isn't it?
Oh yes,
yes.
And that was the point that came out at Expo, wasn't it?
That's
and the support of your parents, I was very, very impressed. I wish we had the same support in the UK that Major Skeet has. To fill that hall with over 1,000 people was very, very impressive.
You know, we've just had a segment where we're talking about the speed at which technology is moving forward, and then you talk about rock climbing and camps and things like that. Speak to me about what you think is the relevance of a cadet corps in this day and age, where it's much easier to just buy a PSP and hand it to the kid and disappear.
Actually, you'll find that the cadets like the break from the technology to just simply go to camp in the field to do other things, you know, and we're finding more and more that the outdoor adventurous activities are very, very popular. And the cadets do not bring any sort of technology into camp when they go to camp, because they're getting some really exciting activities that really challenge them. Even in terms of technology, we have electronic weapons here, which the cadets use, and these weapons are technology in every sense of the word. And in England, they've got other activities which involve technology.
I was going to ask that, Major Thacker. I mean, what's your experience been in the UK with kids being interested in camp versus the hands-on versus just technology?
I think they like to go out and do things, as Patrick's saying, out in the open. Technology is fine. A lot of youngsters will sit on a computer all day, you know, and it's fairly boring. But the youngsters we have in the cadet force want to do something different. So, you know, they want to go rock climbing, they want to go mountain biking, they want to carry a rifle, they want to be part of an exercise. They want to enjoy themselves.
And there is a special feeling about being given a piece of paper that just has some coordinates on it and being able to find your way to some place and turn.
Correct.
Yes, there is. Some of the other work that the Barbados Cadet, the other camps that you have planned, just remind us of when they are again. And
okay, right. Yesterday we sent off some cadets to St. Vincent, the Grenadines. Some are going to Tobago and Grenada shortly. And then when they come back after a week, we'll have an NCO camp, non-commissioned officers camp. This is the young leaders who are being trained for 3 days. And then we begin our big international camp where we'll have cadets from 7 Caribbean countries, from Nottinghamshire, England, competing in things like triathlon, drill competition, relay races, etc. There's even a public speaking contest during that time. We've invited parents to come and see some of those activities. That finishes on the 10th of August, and the cadets from Barbados go to England on the 5th of August to the 18th. So we've got a packed program still. We're just about halfway through the camp period, and we've got a lot more to go.
Yes, indeed. What are some of the key things, if you know as yet, that when you bring the officers together, which is also part of this whole season of camping, that you'll be looking at? Any changes, anything?
It's mainly to get them up to a certain level with their instruction, methods of instruction, and also leadership, and how to be safe with cadets and so on. So that is really geared towards just simply strengthening their capability in those areas.
We spoke about those who are going up to camp and their concerns. I don't know if you will get a chance, because I'm thinking they may come from a far wider catchment of your guys who are going to be coming down. And usually, do you get a feedback from them? What are they saying about the possibility of coming to Barbados, and those who've come? What are some of the feedback you've been getting?
Very excited. The chance to come over here for an Army Cadet Force camp is unique. I mean, normally they would go in the UK, and then suddenly to say you've got the chance to go to Barbados. I mean, what would you think?
They must be over the moon.
Oh no, I can't make it this year.
Sorry, sir.
I can't manage it.
I think it's the same problem for our youngsters coming here because of the heat. You know, the same as your youngsters coming to England. I know it's quite mild for us and warm for us. It's cold for them. I know when the youngsters went to Nottingham, they were issued with woolly pullovers and gloves and jackets in August, you know, where we would never dream it. You know, we'd walk out in shirt sleeves, but it works the other way around when they come here. We'll have to, you know, the heat will be a problem, no doubt.
Well, we'll keep them lots of water.
Yes,
yes, that's what we hope.
Lots of cool ocean breezes while they're slugging away.
Very true. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to a great, this is going into the second tranche of activity for this summer. We've sent some of them away to St. Vincent. The exchange is coming up. We've gotten 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up from these gentlemen from Suffolk Army Cadet Corps. What's next in cadetting between the two of you? Are we looking at perhaps a what you would call an autumn or a fall kind of tour, something happening next year? Because, you know, this momentum is great, so clearly there's more happening.
I'm going to let Patrick know the dates, our school dates,
Right.
so when our vacation periods are, and then he can look at his calendar and we're going to come up with some possible dates.
And of course you'll come back.
No, sorry, no. I'll be sending the same number, 15 cadets and maybe 4 or 5 adults. They'll be coming over. Shame, I would love to come.
I was about to
But
say.
I will come back on vacation.
Ah, that's the
I
important part.
guarantee that.
Good, good. Any final words, Major Thacker, about your feelings about this tour? Anything in particular you're excited about?
No, I'm just excited for the young people, really, that, you know, they get a chance to visit our country and for our young people to visit our country. And I'll be back in October anyway for vacation, so I'm not too bothered.
Just rubbing it in there. Rubbing it in there.
He's been doing it several times.
You get the final word, Major Ski.
Yes, we are happy to have this affiliation with Suffolk Army Cadet Force. It's something we had in our dreams for having that link with international bodies, and we're going to develop more and more with this and try to take our cadets to the level where they can have friendships developed between themselves and Suffolk Army Cadet Force cadets.
Like I said, a firm foundation for life, cadetting. That's a great way to start off your kids. If they want to join, encourage them. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming by.
Thank
Hope
you.
your stay was
you.
fruitful, and we look forward to hearing much more after those cadets who go up to England and come back. They will tell us about their woolly wear and everything. Morning Barbados will continue shortly.